Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Talk About It, a podcast born from the depths of pain, hardship, grief, and loss, which led to purpose. I'm your host, Shanette Williams, and I'm here to share this journey with my incredible co-host, Taraya Tomlin Randall. We're so glad you are joining us as we dive deep into the conversations that connects us all. Each episode, we explore a wide range of topics. Absolutely nothing is off limits. We talk about healthy families, broken families, marriage, divorce, politics, racism, to health, wealth, education, and of course, spirituality. We believe that every story matters and your voice deserves to be heard. We're excited to bring special guests along the way who will share their unique insights and experiences. Joining us is the wonderful Miss Charlene Davenport, whose perspectives add even more richness to our discussions. We're excited and can't wait to engage with you all and share the stories that can help us heal and grow. Whether you're facing tough times or just curious about the world, tune into We Talk About It, where every conversation is a step towards understanding and connection. So, let's talk about it together. Good evening and welcome to another exciting episode of We Talk About It. I'm your host, Shanette, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight, joined by my beautiful co-host, Taraya Tomlin Randall.
Hello. Hi, everyone. So we're glad that you're tuning in with us tonight. So if you are here on your commute home, or if you're just relaxing at home watching television, getting the kids ready, we're glad that you're here with us.
Absolutely. And a big thank you to our audience for your continued support. Remember, you can find us streaming on all platforms, and for more information about the show, be sure to check out our website at www.podpage.com. We talk about it. It's the hub for everything you need to know about our episodes and special guests.
Speaking of special guests, we have the very special Miss Jasmine Nicole with us. She is joining us with her incredible talents. She's a printmaker, a muralist, known for her stunning artistry and vibrant storytelling through her work. We can't wait to dive into her journey and explore what inspires her creativity.
That's right. Jasmine's work has not only made waves in the art community, but has also touched the lives of many. I know it touched our lives.
Yes.
You know, bringing color and thought-provoking themes to the space that she inhabits. It's so comfortable, and stay tuned and let's get ready to talk about it.
So let's welcome Jasmine to the conversation and discover more about her artistic vision, the stories behind her incredible pieces. So stay with us.
You know what? Before we bring Jasmine on, I think it would be befitting if we just gave you a little information or introduction about Jasmine. I just, when I met her, it was phone conversation, and on our way home after our trip, I was greeted with this most beautiful mural, and it just brought me to tears. And I just needed to know who did this, who had this incredible talent that she shared with us as a family. And I could not wait to, I know I couldn't get there to meet her, but I had to have her number. And when I spoke with her, it was almost like an instant connection. It was tearful because when I saw that mural, the only thing I could think of, this was an extreme artistic individual that did this beautiful work. And when Jasmine sent me over her information, I was just in awe, because I'm like, this is nothing but pure talent and a genuine heart. And Jasmine, before we go any further, I just want to tell you thank you.
Before you go any further of that, because this is my first time meeting Jasmine getting the conversation started. So I just want to say, because Shanette completely surprised me with the mural. She sent me a message and she was like, "Did you see the mural?" I'm like, "What mural? What are you talking about?" And then she sent me the picture. The way you captured Candy and Amber I
Yeah.
mean, wow, I can't wait to talk about like how did you do it? Because the picture that you use, when I look at that, I'm like, that's Candy. Like I can clearly see her. It's absolutely stunning.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I
And
know.
Jeanette really surprised me with that one. Like I didn't even see it coming.
Yeah, Jasmine, pat yourself on the back. Lots of hugs to you because my family, we were all just in awe. And what better way to capture our hearts? It was just so heartfelt, and you put a lot of love into it. And it looks just like our babies. I mean, absolutely. And I'm just really appreciative. So, without further ado, Jasmine Nicole Williams is a Black American cultural worker and organizer from Atlanta, Georgia. She earned her Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Printmaking from the University of West Georgia in 2017. Her work explores her experience as a Southern Black woman through printmaking and murals to inspire working class and oppressed people to fight for and win liberation. Influenced by the work of artists like Elizabeth Catlett and Emory Douglas, Jasmine believes the transformative power of portraiture, print, and public art. She understands the role of an art in movement and the need for that art to be accessible to the people as a tool to advance the working class struggle. I had to stop right there because in 22, the struggle became real.
Yeah.
With a deep interest in craft and process, Jasmine's work reflects and relates to everyday people and injects them with a revolutionary spirit and optimism. Jasmine has been showcased across the southeastern United States, including Swan Coach, House Gallery, Prism Art Fair, Perez Museum, Miami, and Zakut Gallery. She has received residencies and fellowships from the People's Forum, Living Walls, and Southern Graphics Council International. She has painted murals in the United States and Mexico. Come on here, girl. In addition to her artistic practice, Jasmine is an organizer with Artists Against Apartheid and the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Jasmine is in the 2024 recipient of Emory University's Arts and Social Justice Fellowship and continues her practice in Atlanta, Georgia. Jasmine, let me stop and let's just get, girl,
Let me
I'm
get
talking about all the way around.
yes,
Woo.
yes.
Mm.
That's amazing. And
Thank
to be
y'all
so
so
young and have accomplished so much already, girl, God,
Yes.
He's only just begun.
Yes,
Because
Jasmine.
your
I
work,
mean, I was speaking blessings over you long before you knew it. After I talked to
wow.
you, I just wanted God to expand your business. I mean, when the people see this mural
yeah,
and what you did for my family as well as Taraya's family, I mean, what you make happen for others, God will make it happen for you.
Wow. Thank y'all. Wow. Thank
Yes.
y'all so much. Thank you,
Yes.
Shanette. Thank you, Taraya. Y'all, that like, if I could come into a room with that introduction, like, I'm gonna feel like $1,000,000 every day.
not.
That was so beautiful. Thank y'all.
Absolutely. Now, Jasmine,
Yeah.
before we
And
do your
I'm grateful.
artistic statement, there was a Forward Together 2025. I really want you to take the time to just kind of go over that with us. That was so heartfelt, and I don't think I could do it without crying.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay. So this is the statement that I wrote about my inspiration behind the mural, Forward Together. I cut my teeth as an organizer in 2022 after the fall of Roe versus Wade and abortion bans through trigger laws, including my home state of Georgia. It was not long before that the effects of these cruel and unjust laws had devastating and long-lasting effects. Learning of the preventable deaths of Candy Miller and Amber Nicole Thurman shattered my heart. I thought of their families, friends, and the communities they belong to. Grief and loss are inevitable parts of our life. Still, what happens when we are thrust into those feelings due to the callousness of our political system? Those abortion bans intentionally bind and oppress women and birthing people on a systemic level, barring us from necessary health care. It is both incredibly infuriating and terrifying. Forward Together is a mural that commemorates the life of Candy Miller and Amber Nicole Thurman. These broken, this broken chained frame portrait is an invitation to reflect on the moment and act. The modified green paisley print mat calls to the global nature of this oppression of women. In Latin America, green bandanas are worn by abortion rights advocates and activists. The blooming magnolias represent the beauty and strength of this fight for justice ahead and act as a resting place for Candy Miller and Amber Nicole Thurman. A common slogan in this movement is forward together, not one step back. Setbacks are part of this great struggle for dignity and liberation, and we must actively resist cynicism and cynicism and accept defeat. There is always a way forward. Candy Miller and Amber Nicole Thurman deserve to be honored and remembered by all of us for the light that they brought into this world. The cruelty of their deaths is a hollowing call to collectively stand up and fight back.
Wow. I mean, so, okay, this is like the fact that you put so much thought into, I mean, like the thought behind it, the chains, because I didn't understand, like, okay, what made you create it in such a way, like the pigment, like the disjointedness in the chain. So when you're saying that, it makes sense. Like, you know, we have to break the chains. We have to stand up. And I mean, that is so touching. Like, for someone who wasn't related to Candy's, not related to Amber, and for you to do that and your thought process, like, so you read it to us. I just want you to tell us what inspired you without having to, you know, go back to the script.
Yeah. No, totally.
I just kind of took over, but
No. It's okay. But before we go there, can I please, I want to engage in this artist statement, and then that will lead us into what inspired you to, so if I can, Taria, if that's okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, I want to I wanted, because I couldn't do the forward together. That was just, but this artist statement that you sent over as well, it says, I create work reflecting my experiences as a Black woman from the American South. Presently, I'm exploring hyper-awareness of self. Black girls are aware of how their bodies are perceived and are responsible for the consequences of those perceptions. My work gives Black women the tools to unlearn those muted ways of being and teaches Black girls to own all of who they are from the start. Woo, girl. I am inviting all people to challenge social constructions like sexism, racism, queerphobia, and class. Acknowledge how these constructs affect our material conditions and move toward affecting change that exalts our needs, wants, and desires. My primary mediums are woodcut, relief painting, printmaking, and murals. I create intricate pieces that couple portraiture and patterns, honoring the traditions of body art, adornment, and sacrification, while commemorating the legacy of Black skin as a marker. Jasmine, girl, you better do this.
Talk about it, like, for real.
Woo! Carving images of Black people on wood, printing, oh my God, bringing light from darkness embeds a version of our bodies in a living matrix for our lifetime. Come on, girl.
Let's get into it, because I want to know, like, for real, there's so much that I want to know. Like, there's so much to unpack here.
And then she goes on to say, Taria, in cutting away material that doesn't serve us, I model defining and refining the contours of our humanity. The nature of multiples in printmaking ensures the model is accessible to as many people as possible. Moreover, murals eliminate the barrier of entry from my work, so I can inspire people to cultivate a vibrant community rooted in their locale. With these tools, we are encouraged to think critically about our lives and the factors impacting them, and collectively construct a framework for realizing the fullness of our humanity with deep love and understanding through liberation. Girl,
can you tell my first love
girl,
was writing?
Like, you're just so talented. That, like, this is, you don't see young people doing things like this.
When the Bible says God gives us talents,
yes,
come on.
You're using yours, and that's
You
a
are
blessing.
definitely using
To
your.
be able to use your talent
you.
and have it as a gift. Like, it's a gift for me. It's a gift for Shanette. It's a gift
Yes.
for our families. Like, This is like, I can't wait to hear.
Come on. And I want to make sure that we give you the contact information as our listening audience. We're going to give it to you now, and we're also going to give it to you later, and it will also be in our credits. But if you want to access Jasmine and to utilize her work, or even to do some work for you, you can reach her at JasmineNicoleWilliams.com. She is the printmaker muralist, and her phone number is 770-940-3090. Just keep that in mind. And you're gonna get it about 3 or 4 times. Come on, guys.
Truly.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that. That was like, yeah, I think it is a really good grounding for us to talk about like where my work comes from, and like, yeah, I think, this is necessary.
So if you want, you can
Any
tell us
questions?
more about your path as a printmaker and muralist, and what drew you to the Memorial Public Arts.
Okay, so I went to the University of West Georgia. I studied printmaking, and that's like kind of where that's when I learned I can actually like draw, and I could carve, I could,
Now
do
you
all
know
these
you was
things.
I
born
didn't
with
know that you could do that. Girl, stop.
Because I feel like before, this might be getting into the weeds a little bit, but like when I was learning art, I was taking drawing classes and painting classes and all these things, and most of those are like additive process. Like you're taking a pencil and you're adding graphite to paper, and or paint to a canvas. And for me, I never knew the stopping point. Like I'm like, there's always something I can do. There's always something I can add. But it wasn't until I got into printmaking and wood carving that the limitations of the medium, like if I keep carving at this block, ain't gonna be nothing left. So like there is a stopping point in there. So that was like a really huge kind of thing that shifted me into like really digging into my artistic practice. So after I graduated, I was like showing around the South and like getting my feet wet back in Atlanta. And Monica Campana, she's the executive director of Living Walls, she hit me up and she was like, girl, you ever wanted to paint a mural? And I was like, I guess. And so I painted my first mural in 2019. And
Do you have that picture of your first mural?
I do have photos of that.
Definitely, because we need to get this listening audience the links. We need to show your work.
Yes,
we need to support your work. Girl, we need to, whatever we need to do to help you get your work out there, because it is absolutely amazing.
And I want to be the first one to get some Jasmine Nicole's artwork in my home, because I love displaying Black art and like, girl, yes.
Yeah. This is a little I'm saying this, I'm gonna just jump the gun a little bit, but I've been wanting to do, because the mural of Amber and Candy won't be up for too long. I've been wanting to do some
please, because
like, and
I need that in my life. My family needs it.
I've been thinking, it's really been sitting on my spirit to do like a set of prints. So we definitely gonna make that happen.
And we can sell them too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, we could work that out.
Exactly.
So I think, so that my first mural in Summer Hill is at Woods Chapel Barbecue. And it was my first time like really painting. And it was a community mural. So I had to do meetings with people that lived in Summer Hill, people who are new to the neighborhood, people who have lived there like their whole lives, like generations of families, and study and like research the history, which I didn't know Summer Hill was like the first incorporated Black town in Atlanta. Like enslaved people, like that's where they first settled in Atlanta. And then the history of like highways and busting up neighborhoods and gentrification. It's just it's like a tale as old as time. And in that process, I got bit by the bug. I was already really curious about my humanity and being Black and Southern, but working in galleries, I felt like I wasn't like touching people. Like I felt like people would come up to me like, this reminds me of my mother. This reminds me of my sister, my auntie, my, whoever. But if I didn't know how to like transform our conditions, like as Black people, as working class people, like I was like, I feel like I'm just like pimping our struggle.
That's good.
Yeah, so I like kind of took a step back from printmaking for a little while and just focused on the murals because I felt like I'm actually impacting people. I'm impacting the world. I'm talking to people on the streets. And I also started organizing. So like those two things kind of converged. But yeah, that's how I got into like murals and printmaking.
Well,
and
when you say
murals.
you knew that you were beginning to touch people without even knowing it,
Right.
you really touched a real deep part of me.
Yeah.
It's one thing to advocate and to hear people saying her name or Candace's name. But then when you go beyond and the art is life. Art is,
It's personal.
it's
Art is
personal.
personal.
Art is very personal.
Yeah. It's an
It is
intimate
very intimate.
experience, honestly. Yeah.
And I had no words. I just knew I needed to speak with the woman that touched my heart. Like literally.
Yeah.
I was speechless. I was literally speechless. It just brought me to tears. Like I'm still speechless. Like I
Yeah.
can't even convey in words seeing that mural what it really did to me.
Yeah. I appreciate hearing that so much. Like in the process of like developing the design, I feel like anytime I'm like painting or carving or painting someone in like that development stage, it is like a really intimate kind of exchange because I'm not just like pulling patterns out of nowhere. I'm kind of spending time. I'm figuring out like what patterns are like wanting to come out on this person. Like, how am I going to be able to like contour their face? I think that's like how I developed my style. Like at first I was just doing hatching lines, but then I started bringing in more patterns and kind of letting their skin, letting their humanity kind of speak to me. And yeah, so I really appreciate you saying that because it is like I felt like I know both of them even through like drawing them. Like it was really like the eyes that really.
And that's what drew me into the mural. When I looked at that and I sent it to some of my friends and I was like, look, it was. So when I sent it to them, I didn't say what it was at first. And one of
Yeah.
my girlfriends, she was like, is that you? Because Candy and I have similar.
Y'all got the same eyes.
Like, something about the eyes says it's you. And I was like, no, it's Candy. And then she looked at it again and she was like, oh my God, it is Candy. And so I sent her the picture that you got that from. And like that picture is like, that's my baby, you know, like
Yeah.
it was very, thank you.
So I know we talked a little. How did you approach creating a mural to memorialize them?
Yeah. I think it honestly, I think it started back in like 2023. I think that's when the Publico, I think that's the name
ProPublica,
of
that
the
was actually
publication.
2024.
ProPublica,
Mhm.
2024. I think that was like when I first heard of both of their stories. And I was like gutted. I was like genuinely gutted. And, you know, with my organizing, there was like, you know, the genocide in Palestine happening. So a lot of our work was like around that. And in my mind, I was like, there's got to be some way I can intervene in this. There's got to be some way, you know, I could talk about this. So I was like posting about it and talking about it and, you know, like things like that on my personal social media. But like, it was something that was like, it would stir up in my spirit every now and again. And so when I got the call from Kristen Consuegra, who was like the project manager that Free and Just reached out to and asked me to do this, I said, oh, that's what God was doing. Like, really, like, it had that stirring in my spirit for so long because I had so much anger. I had so much frustration. I was like deeply saddened by the story. Because, yeah, so I think that was kind of how it started. I think so when we got into the process of creating the mural, it was an extremely fast turnaround. They asked me 1 week. I drew. I was traveling. I drew the mock-up in a week. And then, yeah, drew the mock-up in a week. And I got the approval Friday, and then we started painting Monday.
Wow.
And then I painted for 2 weeks. So it was a total of a 3-week process.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah. And even as I was designing it, like I was getting ideas and I was like, God, why are you giving me that? Like, okay, like that might be a little hard.
Make
but
me go
okay,
and look
cool.
at this picture again and look at the patterns because I knew it was patterns.
I would have believed it was a 6-month thing. And you telling me 3 weeks?
Yeah, no.
My God, today.
Yeah. it really poured out of me like crazy. Like I was spending time with the portraits, but like kind of like moving things around and figuring it out, like the sizing. But yeah, like once I like got into it, it was like, oh yeah, that, oh yeah, that, oh yeah, these colors, oh yeah, that. Like it really all came together.
And so
really
the
fast.
colors green and yellow.
Yeah.
Where did you get those colors from?
So the green was from, I do a lot of like international organizing. I don't know why I don't have this in my bio, but I've also painted a mural in Cuba. And so I painted like Malcolm X in Cuba. So like I spend a lot of time organizing alongside people in Latin America. And so I know that they use like the green bandana as a symbol for like abortion rights. So that's where the green came
And then
from.
green is one of my favorite colors.
And
green is
was
my
Candace's
favorite color.
and yellow is Amber's favorite color. I promise you.
Kenny?
That's why I'm like getting emotional, like goosebumps right now. Green was Candace's favorite color.
And yellow is Amber's
Yellow.
favorite.
Wow.
Amber's favorite.
Wow. Okay. And the yellow, I think for me, like when I started to do because the chain is like a motif, especially since I've been more like political and organizing, like the broken chain is just something that's always in my work. And so I was like, I want a gold chain on here. So that's where the yellow kind of came in, where I was like, and then like green and gold just feel like such like royal, like regal colors. And,
this is,
you know,
and
so
then that's the school alma mater that I went to, but that's the green and gold.
Oh my God. Okay.
Won't
he do it?
I didn't stay there, but I went there.
Okay, let's take it there because it does go that deep. Like that's why I feel like it's really, I think it's really important to like when artists are working on intuitive.
Yeah. Green. This
wow.
is Candace. This was her thing, like the green and the yellow. And Jeanette, I didn't even think about that because it's the gold and
it's the gold.
Yep, yellow is Amber's favorite color. That's her favorite color.
She gives yellow. Like when I was looking at all them pictures of her, I said the way this woman glows, like in every photo, like her smile, like it really gave that. I was just like, that's so.
I'm like, oh,
I'm getting chills too, y'all.
This is one of those nights where it'd be like, ooh, too many memories, and you just, ooh.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's so important. Community is so important, right? Because like, there's no way that y'all can like articulate it. Like the grief and the loss is so deep. Like it's hard to go there. But like when you have a community of people that you don't even know who are feeling you and are with you and are able to express that and like do this thing, like I think that speaks to just like the stuff we can't see, like the faith, the love, the fight, like it speaks to that, really. Like, oh my God, I'm a little speechless right now.
And then the fact that it's the month of August, and
yeah,
you know, every day it's like you today is such and such day. You have several more days to this event happen that changed my life forever. Yeah. And you wake up that day and it's like, today is August the 11th, 8 more days leading up to my life has been changed forever. And I think people sometimes try to handle me as if it's safe to treat me or handle me the way they handled me long before this happened. And
you're a changed person.
I'm a changed person.
You're different.
Because I've encountered some things, not just today, and it's come from family members. And it's like, they don't even realize that on the inside, I could explode. So it's safe to, it's really, I need to distance, because as the days lead up,
it's an undercurrent.
Yeah.
You're showing the calm, but it's a storm brewing.
It's a storm brewing.
And
so having
to make it explode.
Yeah, having this to help me kind of balance it out. Yeah. But the month of August is real. It's real.
It's tough.
It's real.
Yeah. Yeah, I think about grief a lot. Like I haven't lost anyone super duper close. Like I had a cousin that recently passed, and he was like kind of distant from the family, but was coming back around, and he was always like the heart and like love of our family. And I think for me, like, and then my great grandmother, who I was close to, but you know, like with age and you know, like that's my mom's grandma. They died like within 3 months, or passed within 3 months of each other. this was in 2023. And I think for me, I just kept thinking like this grief is like there's nowhere for this
Yeah.
to go. The only thing for that has to happen is I need to grow capacity for love. I need to grow capacity for like I need a big enough space to hold all of
Yeah.
this and kind of like focusing on that. And that really helped me a lot. Like figuring out ways that I could let this grief like wash over me, but also look at all of the beauty that's like come up in my life and thinking about like his children and like my umpteenth,
Yeah.
however many great grandchildren, how many of us it is, like, yeah, because that grief thing, it'll hit you
So do
real
you
hard.
think doing the murals has helped you and it deepens your artistic, what do you want to call it? Creativity, your creativity, your artistic creativity. Thank you, girl.
Yes, I think it does. I think it really does because it really, this is my first time doing a mural like this, like
Are
commemorating
you
two people,
serious?
and
I would have thought
yeah,
you were
like
a seasoned pro at this, like the way
yeah,
you are
there was a mural I
absolutely
did of
blowing my
like my
mind,
favorite.
Jasmine. every way. Yeah.
Yeah, and I painted a mural of like my favorite artists. Like the mural in Mexico is of Elizabeth Catlett. So I mean, she's passed on, but that was like in 20, I think she passed. But it was more so like an exhaustion, like we talking about like her career and the connection between Atlanta and Mexico. So like it doesn't feel
As
quite
personal
like the
or like intimate.
it feels it's personal, but like I think like she passed of like old
Yeah.
age, right? So it's like she lived a full life. She has children and grandchildren and all these things, and she has like this wonderful story that I glean a lot from. Her, I
She
feel
lived her
like,
life.
but yeah, she
And
lived her
right.
life. But in this circumstance,
Women's
it's
lives
like,
cut short.
yeah, two women in
With,
Georgia,
with
like
children.
the
Children.
laws with
Yeah.
children and
Yeah.
families and all of that, and so this is like the first mural I've done like this, and so it felt really heavy, but it also felt like I waited, like this is what everything I've done up to this point was
Yeah.
for. Because before, I feel like with like my past murals, I'm a printmaker. I usually work in black and white. So when I first started doing murals, I went crazy with the colors. It was like I couldn't get enough color. And it was a little, for me, when I look back, it's a little chaotic. People love it. But then I started like being more strategic with the colors. And I think this is a mural where this is like the least like variation of color that I've done. Like it got so laser focused, and I believe this is my best work yet. Like I'm like, this is the best mural I've ever done.
Hello.
This is the best.
Listen.
This is the best work I have done. And so yeah, I think it definitely deepened my practice and like deepened my creativity and just proves how much like being connected to community, like not ignoring the issues, like letting it affect me, letting it stir my spirit up, and like you
It's
said, like
so
God
layered.
opening up ways.
Like the process, like this wasn't just a picture that you drew. Before
Yeah,
we even
it was.
connected or knew each other, it was already implanted in your heart. Like it already touched you.
Yeah,
And it shows in your work.
yeah.
And the fact that you chose colors that are so close to candy and amber. Absolutely.
Still blowing my mind.
I thought maybe Shanette gave you the color idea. I didn't
See,
know.
I
Like,
did not.
no, I'm just like,
Mm-mm.
Had nothing to do
We
with
didn't
it.
talk till after the mural was been done. I was relaxing in my bed, recovering from the mural when we talked.
insane.
It's wild. It's absolutely
That's a
wild.
God thing for real.
It really is. It really is. Like I got like I'm literally like my stomach, my belly is stirring, my everything is tight in me because I'm like, yeah, that's God is really
Yeah.
working through this and through my practice, and it's something that I really like hold on to. Like I didn't grow up like deep in the church, but I was like very spiritual. My great grandmother was a pastor, so like I kind of got it on that end, and it's always been like deeply personal. Like I read my Bible and do that thing on my own, and but it's like moments like these. Like I've only had a couple in my life where it's like God really be
We
doing
be doing
doing
the
the
thing.
thing,
Yeah,
like
he did.
doing
He,
it.
I
He
mean,
did it.
I'm just here to say that
Yeah.
you're gifted, talented,
Very
gifted,
thank you.
artistically, I mean, you are gifted, Just spiritually, like spiritually
I
gifted. feel That's the it. gift.
thank you. Thank you. I
Mm.
appreciate that.
We
Yeah.
appreciate you because
Yeah.
you have memorialized our family. Like in a way that is so touching to me and Shanette, I know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
listen, you have no idea. You would think that Shanette and I have known each other for years. The way she
Yeah.
scolds me when I'm having my moments of panic and frustration, she centers me, and it's just amazing. Like, it was a year ago this month that I found out, like the end of this month is when I found out how Candy died. For 2 years almost, for a year and 10 months or 9 months, my mind was on something else. And so you relive that over again.
Yeah.
And so this last year seems like a lifetime. It seems like 10 years in 1 year, just everything that has happened. And
Yeah.
it's like He has something for all of us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's no turning back. Like, the fact that you are involved, in the community, and you are reaching out in this way, it just makes you
Touching
real.
lives, changing lives,
Changing lives, exactly.
blessing lives,
Blessing lives. And you have to get that in print. You have to.
I do.
encouraging
I know.
lives
I'm gonna do.
through
It's gonna
art.
be screen printed. It'll have all the
Yeah, you're
colors.
really
It's gonna be
you're
multi-lit, like,
encouraging life through art, through
Yes.
murals. And that's a blessing. And it's undeniable. It's just all of the above.
yeah. I really, really appreciate that because it is tough. Like, even painting this mural, like that paisley print, that was so hard. And when I drew it, I was drawing it. I was like literally on a plane, and I'm drawing, and I was like, I'm insane. I don't know how I'm gonna
You
paint
could have
this.
easily just drawn
Like, I'm
it
sitting
You
here
out.
drawing.
So you could have
Huh?
easily just drawn it out as a picture. But the fact that you took the
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
and there's a story behind the patterns and why you did it,
Yeah.
and your reasoning for the color.
Wild.
So, Jasmine, what advice would you offer families considering murals as a memorial?
Oh, Lord. I think my advice would be like find an artist that you like really connect with. I mean, we happen to connect. God knows
Yes,
that. But like,
absolutely.
if you can find if you can find an artist that you really like, definitely tap in with them. Like, I think thinking about like the location is also really important if you're thinking about this thing. Finding organizations that could like finance the mural, right? Like Free and Just, something like that. Like, these are all things that like you have to consider when doing a mural. And I'd say that, yeah, I think that's like what I would give people if they're considering this. Yeah, our
It
experience is
is
so
because
different because like we didn't conspire together.
God
Like,
connected
it
us.
literally just happened. That
God
part.
connected us.
It was
It was
literally written.
written because who knew?
The
It
steps
was
were
ordered.
ordered.
I say, I really now, I've always said nothing catches God by surprise. It's always us because
That's
he knows the journey. He knew this was going to be so. We just didn't know. So it's never by happenstance. It's everything is God connected. And
absolutely.
no matter how it happens, he already knows who he was going to bring into my life. For years, I never knew my purpose. For years, I never even knew it could get better. And then for years, I didn't know it could be this worse either. So, I said in probably the first episode, I never knew my strength until I had to be strong.
Ooh,
And
Ooh,
and
that-
in meeting people and blocking people and growing and maturing and being able to jump hurdles, being able to block out things that disturb you and continuously moving forward, being able to just put the nail to the hammer and do things and just continue to be encouraging and just meeting people like Taraya, meeting people like you, Jasmine, is so many other people that he will connect us with. I mean, I'm telling you, Taria, you just take it because
listen, I am just in awe. Like, to me, this is probably the most personal, most intimate podcast we've had because of the work, but just because of how connected you were. And I didn't even know that. Like, and wow, you're an amazing young lady, and I just wish you nothing
just
but
grateful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I wish the same
Thank
for
you.
y'all. Like, yeah, sometimes it gets tough. Like, being an artist. Like there's a lot of like I get in my
Yeah.
head a lot. I would get down on myself a lot. Like there's
I'm
a
sure you
lot of
probably have
things
the imposter syndrome. You need to
so
figure this
bad.
out
It's like
because you are the real
insane.
thing and you are worthy. And that's real. I think that especially as Black women, we often, beat ourselves up. I know I do because you feel like you should be doing more or it could be better or you're not worthy of and I could tell that just because you're like, oh, no, yes, accept it. And God has
Yeah.
ordained you to do what you're doing. And, Shanette talked about her purpose, like you never quite knew your purpose. I've been an educator for 26 years and I still didn't feel like that was my purpose. That was my purpose up until God is preparing me for something else. And, the lives that you touch, the people that you're going to come in contact with, like you're never too old. And it's, you're young and finding that girl, your future looks very bright. I'm telling you this right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It,
Thank you.
it
Thank
does.
you.
And I'm just grateful to have crossed paths and for you to be able to pour into our lives the way you have.
Yeah.
It's touching. So when I see your name on the big screen, I'm gonna be like, I know her.
Yeah, and look.
She knew
Yeah.
about the green.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, it is tough. Like even like on the mural, like there were points where it got tough. Like, but it was just something in me that just said, "Girl, keep going. Keep, like just stick to the plan." That was a huge thing on that mural. Painting that paisley, it was literally like the tiniest little brush, and I'm just like in the weeds, just like following the map. And I don't know where I'm going. I'm like trying to figure it out. And like it was those 2 days where like I would step back from there and I was like, wow, like that's incredible. Like literally fighting demons in my brain. Like, girl, just paint it green. The paisley, like you did too much. It's but I powered through. And that was because I've done that before. Like my mural in Cuba, that was the first mural I did where like the figures were like I painted Malcolm X like a Black man, but I did his skin tone. And I never done that. I had to mix those colors myself. And it was the same feeling while I was there. So it was a familiar feeling that I knew I could power through, but it was
So
tough.
are you versatile? I know you do a lot of Black art, but are you versatile?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I focus on like painting Black people or like drawing Black people. But I think, yeah, with the patterning, like that's kind of where like the versatility for me comes in. Like, how can I like represent a place or a person or an idea like through a pattern? That's like kind of where I get that.
And you mentioned Cuba. You went to Cuba to do it. And
Mexico.
Yeah.
Come on, girl.
And Candace's husband is from Cuba. Yes, he's Cuban. Yes. Are you going to be at the mural Are you going to be there?
You won't make it.
No, I'm so sad. I'll be out of town. I'll be in LA. I'm sick. But yeah, I think that's so interesting. Yeah, and it's funny because like the pictures, there was an article with Candace's husband.
He's Cuban. Yeah.
Yeah, and my friend Rita. Oh my God, Rita. I think her last name's Harper. Oh my God, why am I forgetting Rita? Rita P.
Yeah,
Rita did the pictures.
So she went to take the pictures of Alex and Christian.
Yeah, that's a photographer friend of mine. So like
She here in Georgia?
Right. So even before.
Okay, you need to make sure I get her information.
Yeah, I think she might be based somewhere else now, like maybe in New Orleans or something.
How does she look at that? Look, 6 degrees of separation. Like not even.
No, truly. Yeah, Rita Harper. But yeah, so she even this was before even the mural even began, but like she did those photos and I think I had posted something about it and she sent me the photos and I was like, girl, you did that. Like, and so it's interesting, like even seeing like my community, like the community, like creative community around me also like tapping into y'all's story is like, it's really like, even that's like really interesting too.
So Jasmine has been a privileged pleasure to just have you on this episode tonight. I am so forever indebted, heartfelt grateful, genuinely thankful for your work, for you commemorating Amber and Candace, for just showing your heart in that mural. It means everything
Yeah.
to my family. It means everything to me. And for the listening audience, you can always view that mural. It's going to be up, I think, through October. If I have anything to do with it, it's going to be extended again. But you can.
Candace's birthday is October the 2nd, and her daughter's birthday is October 31st. So it would be amazing if they could just keep it up there at least through her birthday.
We're not going to say that, I don't do the ifs, but we're going to have to talk about keeping it up for as long as we can keep it up. But it can be viewed at 488 Edgewood Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia, 30312. And again, that address, if you want to view that mural, is 488 Edgewood Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia, 30312. And if you're interested in Jasmine's mural artistry, printmaking, and murals, we're not going to say one, and contact her at JasmineNicoleWilliams.com. Phone number 770-940-3090. And at the end, we're going to have a canvas. We're going to have just some sketches of Jasmine's work. And guess what? Amber's middle name is Nicole. So it's so many similarities.
It's the blackest middle name.
Just the connections.
Just the connections.
It's a
I'm trying to tell you.
name. Like I feel a kinship with all the Nicoles of the world.
I'm just, whew.
Do you have an Instagram?
Please
Instagram.
Share your Instagram, share your Facebook, any connections that we can have. They will be in the rollout on this episode. All of the information about Jasmine Williams, and you might be related to me. Who knows?
Yeah. And another thing, before we started recording, I found out my cousin actually went to high school with Amber.
Jesus.
It's wild.
I tell you, this is a small world where connectivity is fluent. But so I'm just forever grateful. Just each episode, it gets better and better.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I tell anybody, they ask, how did you start a podcast? A prayer and 3 phone calls and a lot of faith.
Okay.
And God has just been doing his thing. And I know it's just gonna get greater. And just like I say for you, Jasmine, I say for you, Taria, hang in there. It's gonna get, God's plan is never, we just have to roll with him. We never know where he's going to take us. We never know what it takes to get us where we need to be. We just have to roll with him and trust him with our lives.
Okay, you better talk.
I'm grateful for this episode, Jasmine. I'm grateful for you. Taria, if you just want to take us out, I'll let you have it.
Well, we want to thank you all so much for joining us today. This has been a very special podcast, and we're grateful for all of our listeners, and we want you to continue to come back, share with your friends and family, because we have a whole lot more coming. And we're grateful for our special guest, our beautiful guest, Miss Jasmine Nicole Williams.
And before we end, I wanted to also let our viewing audience know, I did advise that on our podcast, we do have our website, and in that website, you can also access all of our episodes from beginning to now. And you don't have to stream, but we're streaming on all platforms: Spotify, iHeart, YouTube, every platform that's there, Apple, Podbean. Every podcast that is streaming, we're there. And then within our podcast, for our listening audience, if there's ever a topic that you want to talk about, submit it, give us your contact information, and who knows, you could be our next guest, and we will talk about that which you're wanting to talk about. This is a platform where we're going to talk about everything, as I've always said, and it's a free-flowing. We just want to get it out there, and we're inviting all. Bring your topics, bring your conversations, and let's talk about it. Thank you for joining us on this episode of We Talk About It.
And that's a wrap on this episode of We Talk About It. Whether you laughed, learned something new, or just enjoyed the conversation, we're glad you're here with us. If today's talk resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, And follow us on social media to stay connected. We've got more honest, real, and meaningful conversations coming your way. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep talking about it.